Okay, in our first video, we spoke about how to keep Passover in the most basic, most practical way. Now I want to take you through the Seder itself, so that when you're sitting by the Seder, you know exactly what's going on. And the Seder is broken down into 15 general steps. I'm going to take you through each one and explain the general concept of what each one represents. Part one is most basic. It's called Kaddish, and it means to make Kiddush. You're going to grab a cup of wine, you're going to lift it up, put your right hand underneath, and you're going to follow the Agada's instruction on what to say. You're going to finish saying what you need to say. You're going to drink the cup leaning to your left, and that fulfills part number one. Next step is called Orchatz. You're going to wash your hands. You're going to take a cup with a handle. You're going to fill it up with water, and then you're going to pass it onto your left hand if you're a righty. If you're a lefty, you're going to pass it onto your right hand, and you're going to pour water 3 times in your right hand if you're a righty, and then 3 times on your left hand. You will not be making a blessing at this step. The next step is called karpas, and what you're going to do is you're going to take either a raw onion or a raw potato, and you're going to dip it into salt water, and you're going to make the blessing that says in the Haggadah to make. The fourth step is called yachat. What you're going to do is you're going to take a matzah, you're going to break it in half, and then you're going to see which is the larger piece. You take the larger piece, you break it up into 5, and you're going to put it away in a bag or in a cloth, and that's going to be what's called your afikomen. You're going to put it away until the end part of the Seder. Part 5 is called Magid, which is probably the longest part of the entire Seder. I'm going to tell it to you in short. All you're going to do is tell the story of what happened in Egypt, what happened in Mitzrayim. So you're going to open up your Haggadah, read the English, and see what happened. Now, during the course of telling the story, you're going to be singing Vehi She'amda. You're going to have the 4 sons with the questions, Manishtana, all these beautiful songs that you know from growing up. That is part of Magid. Part 6, Rachza, is identical to part 2, except for you're now going to make a blessing. So you're going to go back to the kitchen, you're going to fill up the cup with water, you're going to wash your hand 3 times, and this time you're going to make the blessing that says in your Haggadah to make. So part 7 and 8, Moitzi and Matzah. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to grab some matzah, you're going to make the blessing that says in your Haggadah to make, and then you're going to make another blessing that says in your Haggadah to make, and you're going to take some matzah, it's some yummy matzah, you're going to lean to your left while you're eating the matzah, and you're going to try to do that under 4 to 7 minutes. Part 9 is Marer. What you're going to do is you're going to take the chareses, which is the apples, pears, and nuts, you're going to dip it into a little bit of wine. Then you're going to take your lettuce and your horseradish or whatever family tradition you have for the bitter herbs, and you're going to dip it into that mixture of chareses and wine, the apples, pears, and nuts, and the wine. You're going to dip it 3 times, and then you're going to eat it. And right before you eat it, you're going to make the blessing that says in your Haggadah to make. Part 10 is the kairech, which is basically your spiritual sandwich. What you're going to do is you're going to take matzah. You're going to take another piece of lettuce with horseradish inside of it, and this time you're going to take chareses, not the one that's dipped with wine, but just regular chareses, the combination of apples, pears, and nuts. You're going to put it inside of the lettuce, and you're going to put another piece of matzah on top. You're going to lean to your left and enjoy your delicious kairech sandwich. Part 11, Shulchan Aruch. Enjoy your festive meal with your family. Eat whatever foods you enjoy, chicken soup, meat, anything that you want that is kosher for Pesach. Tzafon, part 12. This is when you get to eat the afikomen. The afikomen is very, very holy, very special. We're not going to go into that right now. But what you want to do is you want to take your afikomen, wherever you put it away, take it out of the bag. You want to lean to your left and you want to eat it. Now, the best thing to do is on the first night, you want to finish before what's called halachic midnight, the Jewish law midnight. In New York this year, it's about 12:56. You should check the times whenever it is in your area, wherever you live. But you want to try to finish it before Jewish law midnight. Then we come to Berach. Berach comes from the word bracha, to bless God. Thank you for the delicious food that we ate. Follow in the Haggadah, tells you what to say and how to say it. Part 14, Hallel. It is to praise God, to say thank you to God for the amazing things that you did for us as the Jewish people, that you always take care of us. Follow the Haggadah for how to say Hallel. And part 15, we get to the last part of the Seder, which is Nirta. Nirta is basically God telling us, I enjoyed your Seder. I liked your Seder. I accept your prayers, your davening, and therefore I'm blessing you and your family with infinite blessings. And we say at the very end, Leshana Ba Birushalayim. And the next year, our Seder is going to be in Jerusalem with Mashiach. Side note, if you're wondering, where are the 4 cups of wine we're supposed to drink? So I didn't mention them in the video. I wanted to go through those 15 steps as generally as possible. But after the first cup of wine, as you follow along with your Haggadah, you will see that it'll tell you, okay, at this step, drink the 2nd cup of wine. At this step, drink the 3rd cup of wine. At this step, drink the 4th cup of wine. But it's very, very important, men and women alike should drink 4 cups of wine on the Seder. It is very, very important, very holy. It's a big expression of our freedom. So these are the 15 steps of a Seder in the most general and basic way. But the most important thing is we should all enjoy the Seder, enjoy our family, enjoy our friends, whoever you're spending the Seder with. And it should be a kosher and freilichen Pesach, which means it should be a kosher and happy Pesach. Enjoy the holiday, enjoy the growth, enjoy the transformation, and God should bless you and all of us around the world, that we should have only blessings in our life and good news. Have a great Yom Tov.